Hello, everyone. How's the connection? Could you hear us? Please write in the chat.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's
Cool.
great.
Okay, dear applicants, we are glad that you joined our webinar today. My name is Arina, and this is my colleague Ksenia. We are the coordinators for bachelor's and master's programs at HSE St. Petersburg. So if you have any question regarding the admission and enrollment process to HSE St. Petersburg, we will be glad to help you and answer all your questions. So today we have the webinar about the enrollment and accommodation processes at HSE St. Petersburg. So let's get it started.
Yep. Okay. We will start with the recognition of international qualifications. Yes, it's the most important part of your application, I think, after the exception. So what you need to do and what you need to know about that. Enrollment to HSE is impossible, will be impossible without the complete or preliminary recognition of your foreign education. And that is why this section is very important. What you need to upload in the recognition section in your personal applicant's account. If you're applying for a bachelor's program, you need to submit the original secondary general education document with the supplement, I mean the marks, legalize your certificate should be legalized or have apostille. This depends on the country of the issuing of your certificate, and all the documents must be translated in Russian, and the translation should be notarized. If you're applying for a master's program, you upload in this section your bachelor's or master's degree certificate and the diploma with legalization or an apostille, also depending on the country of the issuing of your diploma, plus the transcript. You should legalize only diploma and not the transcript. As well, also, this document should be translated into Russian and notarized as well. So you upload the scans in this section. Our colleagues from the recognition department see your documents, and if there is something that you should adjust or correct, they will send you comments on your email. So when you upload it, kindly have some time to wait for your comments or for the decisions, and follow them strictly if you receive it. If everything is okay with your recognition, you will see the status that your recognition is complete, finalized, and after that you will move to the to other part of your enrollment process. And I would like to pay your attention on this particular part, that if you have your diplomas right now, and if you are in the process of your legalization or apostille, and if you expect to receive them this month or in the beginning of August, that is okay. We can wait for your diploma. Kindly upload it, the complete version of it, as soon as possible in the recognition, because only after this complete section we will be able to enroll you. And I think it is in your interest to do this as quick as possible, because afterwards in August we will their parallel process of admissions for the Russian citizenship will start, and sometimes there might be some delays with the dorms placement. So it is better for you to move with this process as soon as possible and to have this done before the Russians admissions campaign. Okay. If you do not receive your diploma, I mean a diploma certificate like in paper right now, but you already obtained your degree, your bachelor's or master's degree, we need a letter from your university on an official blank with sign, sealing and everything, which will be stated that you already received your degree, the date when you received your degree, and the date when the original diploma, I mean the paper one, will be issuing. And this should be enough for a preliminary recognition of your educational documents. But if you have such cases, kindly write me on email on our general admissions email, and we will repeat this information once again. But one more time, recognition is severe. It is really important, and without it, we cannot enroll you. But if the recognition of yours is okay, the next step will be the submitting documents for enrollment. This is generally and mainly the documents that you submit, and after the approval, we include you in the list of the enrollment order. So this section will be once again available when you have a preliminary or complete recognition. Enrollment section, documents for enrollment section will be the template which you should fill will be available in your personal account in corresponding section. You can, fully apply them online. There will be 4 forms. What is important to remember? The templates of how you should fill these documents will wait for you and will be available in the personal account once you receive once it will open for you. You will see how you need to fill this section, but just to remember some details, some tips. For example, for international citizens, you don't need to fill the series of your passport. You should leave this field empty and fill only number. So even if you have numbers, even if you have letters in your passport, all of them with the numbers goes to the NO, like number field, in all the documents. What is more, kindly do not misunderstand the name of your program and the name of your study field, because they are not the same. The name of the program is just like the name of it, and the study field originally goes with the code, with the numbers. So kindly pay attention to that as well. What is more, in both form of consents for personal data processing, pay attention that you sign all of the required columns. It will be stated in the templates as well. Yes, and you should sign these documents with your, by hand, so it should be handwriting. No paint signatures are allowed to be. And after you submitting these documents, they are reviewed by us. If we have some adjustments for you, we will write it in the comments and you receive it by email. You adjust that, correct, upload once again, and we approve these documents. After the approval, you will be included in the list of the enrollment order. Important detail that we should highlight is that the next order of enrollment are expected to be on the 21st of July. 31st of July.
The last day of July.
So in 2 weeks will be the first, another order of the enrollment. So just for now, if your recognition is okay, fill these documents, enrollment documents. We will check them, and we will include you in the list of the students for the 31st of July. Okay, I think I have done about the enrollment. Any questions, kindly write them in the chat, and we will proceed to the next section.
Yes, about housing of international students, I think it's the most popular topic to talk about right now. Dormitory places will be allocated via email, so please, we kindly recommend you to check your email regularly. So we want to pay attention that the quota students will be placed in the HSE owned dormitories, and self-paid students will be placed in HSE rented dorms. So the places are allocated randomly. At the beginning of August, I guess, the accommodation office will start to contact you via email and to clarify some things about financial payment and other like accommodation process things. So please keep in touch. And again, I want to repeat once again, email and checking your email is very important. So you can keep in touch during the whole enrollment accommodation process with us. Also, it's very important that check-in at the dormitory will be possible no earlier than August 28th. So please, if you arrive to Russia earlier than this date, please let us know about this. Inform us via email, because it is very important. And as all international students, you have to prepare some migration documents. And if you will have some problems with migration documents because you arrived earlier than August 28, it can lead to some problems. Migration rules are very strict, and we must to follow them.
Yep, and once again, I would like to add that we highly not recommend you to come earlier than 28th of August, because there might be problems. And even if you have your visa prepared at some beginning of August, kindly wait and buy tickets only to arrive on 28th or later.
And when your visa will be ready.
Yeah, but we will talk about this a little later. Mm-hmm.
So also there is a list of documents that is required for the accommodation. The original copy of health certificate, I guess it's the same general health certificate as you did for your state-funded quota earlier at the beginning when you received your quota. If you have the opportunity to renew this general certificate, health certificate, please do it. In case you don't have this opportunity, please contact us. We will try to contact accommodation office in case we can to solve this problem. In case you did X-ray screening, so don't do it, because I think you are allowed to do this X-ray screening only once a year. Copy of certificate of vaccination, it's required, but I see some questions about that they don't have this certificate. Also, we kindly ask you to contact us, and we will try to solve this problem with accommodation office, because they require this certificate and we have to find the solution for this.
Or as Ksenia, our director, answered in the chat, address to your doctor, and maybe he or she can present your vaccination in another way. Mm-hmm.
Yes, also medical insurance policy is required. We will have, and we will send you the list of some companies that we recommend, where you can have your medical insurance policy, but you can do it while you arrive to St. Petersburg. Copies of passport, like that I think it's not that hard. Visa and migration card. Migration card you will receive while you on the border with when you arrive to St. Petersburg, and also 2 photos. If your documents are fully in international language, not Russian, doesn't have Russian at all, please translate them and notarize. So that's it.
Yep.
And visa application, I think is also a very important moment. There are 2 ways of depending on your recommendation for admission. The first one is a government-funded place. So if you're government fund, if you're on a quota
budget,
the
state-funded
place. Your information about your visa invitation will be expected for you in your Russia yedu.minobrnauki.gov.ru web page. So it's not in your HSE account, but in this your second account. Also, please pay attention that university cannot provide you a visa invitation if you are a government-funded student. So it is provided by the Ministry of Science and Education of the Russian Federation, and we can influence this process. We can make it faster or something like this. It fully by Ministry of Science and Education of the Russian Federation. And for fee-paying places, students after receiving the payment confirmation, we start to prepare your visa invitation. So please keep in touch because we do all this applications and etc. via email, ask some additional information about place of issue and so on. So please keep in touch. It will take approximately 45 days. So you pay the pay for your education first for the first semester, and then we prepare your visa invitation. The visa invitation process, I think, approximately 45 days it takes. So please keep in touch with us in case some other issues, questions appear, and we could solve them properly. Yes, I think this was it. This is it.
Yes, I think I would like to say that I know that some of my master's applicants, they already received a number of their visa invitation, I mean the quota-based one, in Russia Yedu website. And I think if you are not, but I think it's time for you to go to the Russian embassy with this number and start the visa processing, because it also takes some time for the Russian embassy in your country to issue you a real visa. So yes, but kindly, if you receive it before, in the beginning of August, I mean the ready visa, already the real visa in your passport, do not come earlier than 28th of April of August, I'm sorry, that we already told you multiple times because of the dorm placement and the migration issues. Okay, yes, if you still have any question, you know where to find us, our general admission email and our personal emails, mine for masters and Arina's for bachelors. I think I can allow you to download this presentation, or I will post it once again in the chat. But right now, I think it is time for your questions, and let us see.
We see that our another colleague Ksenia is in the chat right now, and she helps us with some answers.
Yeah, let's just see from maybe the beginning. Yeah. Okay. Again, I guess the question of Chris was already answered. Can I arrive earlier than August 28 when? Okay, it is already answered. Yes, I saw that the question of Nurbol was already answered as well. Question about medical insurance policy was already answered. Okay. The medical certificate should be notarized by the Russian embassy. Not necessarily. You can notarize it in any like notary service, because we know that Russian embassy takes some time to do it, and you will do it faster in some kind of Russian notary service independently. Okay, Mahmoud Ahmad, I have already received my visa reference number in Russian Edu portal. Does the 90 days of my visa started, or will be started once I receive the visa? 90 days will be started once you receive your visa from the date which will stated in your visa, in your real visa from the passport. We don't know which date it will be, but if you apply, if you took you a lot time to apply for an invitation, this date will be okay, and you will have enough time to enter Russia. So yeah, these 90 days count from the date that comes in your ready visa, not from the date which states on Russia Edu website. If I'm not interested in dormitories and interested in renting private housing, is there someone from the university help me with renting process? Well, as far as I know, our housing department, like organizational living department, they have some like a partnership, like contract with some agency, which might help you to find the renting of private housing. But usually it's not the case for our students. I mean, it's not very popular among our applicants, but this option is also possible. You can learn more about it on the page of our housing in HSE St. Petersburg. Let me just paste the link in the chat right now. Okay, I guess you can see it. You can learn more about it on the website. Okay, I haven't booked the ticket yet, but the visa application, they're asking about the date of arrival. If I write 1st September in the visa application, and if I fly to Russia on 3rd September, will there be any trouble for me? I mean, they ask you in the embassy to write this date like for yourself. I mean, with the dates that you stated in your question, there won't be any problems. So if you write 1st September and you arrive on the 3rd, that will be fine. What happens if we don't get the visa before September 1st? Well, this might happen, but if you have this question, you should write to us, first of all. I mean, if you will face this issue, you should write to us, and we will make some specifications of this case. Is COVID-19 vaccine certificate required? You mean for the dorms? Well, I visited our colleagues today, and they are searching answer for this question right now. So they made some contacts with other colleagues to specify about COVID-19 vaccine certificate. So if you will need it, we will tell this on our next webinar of pre-arrival guide, which will happen in the beginning of August. My program is Master in International Business in the Asia-Pacific region. When will classes will begin. Yes, I think it's also, it is answered, started from the 1st September.
Yeah, it's for all programs, bachelor's, master's, everything starts from 1st September.
Okay, the steps before coming to Russia. Once again, we will have a pre-arrival guide webinar. It will happen in the beginning of August. We will talk more specifically about the important steps. Right now, we just shed some light on how it will be and what you need to know right now for a moment. Some details, some guides, some steps will be a little later. Yeah, about your arrival, we will talk about this specifically, who you should inform and how and when. Do we have to bring all HIV medical-related documents like X-ray and medical insurance with us from our origin country, or can we purchase health insurance? We don't know which health insurance will be acceptable. About health insurance, we will once again talk on pre-arrival guide. We will share with you some medical insurance organization which you can contact and have an insurance from them. Regarding HIV, X-ray, you don't have to do this newly, but you already have them, because if you are a quota student, you already have these documents because you applied for a quota place with those ones, and they are eligible for a full year. So there is no, there is no point for you to spend some money or time for new certificates. You can just use them. But as we already talked, for the housing, for the placements, medical certificates, general medical certificates, HIV, X-ray will be needed, as well as the medical insurance. So you just take them, of course, notarized translation into Russian, obviously. Starting classes. Well, we already have this quite question in the chat. The classes will start from 1st September. Like the general beginning. Maybe you will have some seminars on the 2nd September. We don't know yet. This is not our, authority, because closely to the beginning of September, the study office will contact you, and you will learn such information about the curriculum from them. How do we know what if we have received our visa? If you're a quota student, the number of visa invitation will be in your Russia Edu website. With this number, you go to the Russian embassy in your country and issue a visa. When the visa will be ready, the embassy will contact you.
Yeah, of course.
I uploaded all the required documents for the enrollment, and they were recognized. That was on the 10th June. Will the 45 days of the visa start from? Nope. Could you specify, are you a quota or a self-paid student? When is the ideal date should we arrive in SPB? Well, the ideal date is 28th of August and later. The housing placement will be until 31st, right, of August.
But if you're late, it's okay. It still be your place, but you need to confirm that you will come and you need a place. It's okay if it will happen at the beginning of September.
So yeah, the ideal date is 28th of August.
Yeah.
That will be just perfect. The hard copies of my Russian authorized translation are currently held by, translate to you. I would like to know when I should submit my degree documents along with the translated versions to HSE SPB. So, Nirmal, I know that you are already enrolled. That means that your recognition is past completely, and it is okay. So the hard copies, you can bring them to the study office, I mean, during the autumn, once you receive them. But before the winter, that will be okay. If there will be some hurry about this issue, we will contact you additionally. So I think that there's nothing to worry about right now. Yep, it's already answered. Okay, I've been accepted for a master's in data. I would like to know if I can delay my arrival. For some reasons, I can't be in Russia on September 1st. I want to come, for example, 6 months later or next year. No, because right now we don't have an online education. Our education only happens offline, so you need to be in the campus to study. If you will be, I don't know, somewhere else, not in St. Petersburg, there is no opportunity for you to study and to complete your educational debts, educational credits. And if you do not complete educational credits, the study office will expel you because of your incompletion of education process. If you want to postpone your, study, this is the issue that were previous. You need to repeat the enrollment process once again on the next year. So I think this will be the issue. Okay, in my country, Nigeria, the embassy is not allowing for any other form of visa application other than the express. The fee is quite high than the normal price application. This fee is making it hard for some people to obtain their visa as soon as possible. For this particular issue, kindly write to us via email. That should be discussed personally.
Walters, is it not possible? It's possible, but you have to be sure that if you have a private housing, you will get the registration on this particular address. Because in other cases, you will need to leave Russia and then come again. But I think you're a visa student, and I think you need visa. And if you it will be better if you contact us and we ask migration office.
But just kindly note that your registration before your official placement in dorms, which happens on 28th of August, as we already taught, will be on your own. We are not responsible for this, and you should do this independently. But if you arrive on our recommendation dates, this will be our issue to register you. You will, from our instructions, you will inform the migration office, and this will be fine. But before this date, this is your responsibility to have a registration.
Yeah.
I don't receive my visa date and number yet. What should I do? You should wait, because the Ministry of Education prepared this invitation. I don't know in what sequence, by I think one by one, or I don't know, maybe on some basis.
Individually, right?
Yeah, but anyway, they will appear in your Russia Edu website in any case. So yeah, you need just to wait for it. Can we arrive after 15th of September? Yes, you can. But in this case, you might miss some classes, and I think you should, if you're like fully sure that you will arrive after 15th of September, I think the case for you is to contact the academic supervisor of your program and ask if it's okay that like you're an international student and you will arrive later, I don't know, for some reasons, and just notify them that you will be late for classes and whether it's okay. But I don't think that you will miss much for these dates. Если я в мае уже в России сделал анализ ВИЧ-гепатит, то можно принести эти результаты или сроки результатов буду считать уже истекшими. Нурбол, я надеюсь, у вас есть все в порядке с регистрацией, вы в мае ее делаете, подливаете соответственно. Нет, вы можете принести, они год на год. What are things we need to take care first once we arrive in SPB? Okay, this is the issue for the pre-arrival guide webinars. The beginning of August, we will talk about this more carefully. If I opted in the application that I did not want a dorm, but now I want it, is it possible to change? Yes, just write us on email and we will state it in our system that you need a dorm. For booking body, do we have to wait for visa or can I book before confirming the arrival date? As I think booking system might be congested at the time. Again, I think the body is the issue for the pre-arrival guide webinar, right?
Yes, yes. It will be discussed more detailed about how you can book in a body to help you.
Okay, I would live with friends who have rented apartments. They offered this option, including doing registration for me. Okay, if you're...
Yeah, in this case, it's okay. But please, when you arrive, you need to send the scan of your passport, the translation of this passport into Russian, migration card, your registration, everything to us and migration office. The email of migration office you will know on our pre-arrival guide webinar. It will be at the beginning of August. We will send the information via email about this webinar and in our Telegram and other pages. Contact you.
Okay, the next question, Amaduddin. I think you should write to me this issue because I don't know on which date you receive your number. Yeah, kindly write to me to find things out. I have a quick question about the invitation letter, when we will receive it. Are you a quota or a self-paid student? Kindly state that. Флюорография делается отдельно, насколько я знаю.
Если уже делали
Нурбол, вы же делали флюорографию для квотных документов, для зачисления. Она у вас есть. Без вас, вас бы не приняли. I have got university contract for the education, but all is written Russian and I'm not getting the single word. Can university provide us English well? University contract, what do you mean? You mean the list of enrollment students? Because I don't remember you among the self-paid students, so I guess you are a quota base, and all our list of enrollments and order of enrollment, they provided only in Russian because these are the official documents of our university, of our country, which is Russia. If you need, I don't know, maybe the acceptance letter or a letter that stated that you are enrolled, write to us and we will issue for you this kind of letter in English. Да, вы можете их показать. Смотрите, чтобы они были годный год. Годный год. Ну, срок годности год целый, календарный. It was requirement, so I mailed to the HSE, then they provide me that. Что?
В Москву вступает.
Нет, это мой. So once again, if you need a confirmation that you are enrolled, this is an individual letter that we can provide for you by request. If you need it, kindly write to our email. If you already wrote about it, we will check this and mail you this letter. Graduate student with full tuition fee scholarship. I am waiting for an additional letter in America. Full tuition fee scholarship. Okay, could you, I don't know, write your name? Maybe we already forward this email to you, bachelor semesters. Just write us another email stating that you need some kind of letter. Please, once again, because we have lots of requests. It will be better if you state your registration number and to which program you apply, masters or bachelors.
I don't really understand the question about date which is mentioned.
Yeah, in this information section, don't quite get the point. About body. Yes, all about body, and representatives will be on pre-arrival guide because this is the issue of our student support office, and we will have our colleague from this department, and she will talk about this. Okay, our email. Just a sec. We will paste it in the chat. Okay, guys, I think we should wrap it up. Requesting for bodies, this will be on another webinar, pre-arrival guide, the beginning of August. We will additionally inform you when we'll place via email or our Telegram channel or ВКонтакте. Нурбол, все эти вопросы, смотрите, с вами свяжутся насчет общежития, это будет делать отдел организации проживания. Вы можете выразить такую просьбу, но мы не даем стопроцентной гарантии, что это сможет выполниться, потому что места общежития распределяются рандомно. Поэтому, если общежитие готово пойти вам навстречу, пожалуйста, следите с другом. Если нет, то, к сожалению, нет. Okay, guys, I think 3 more minutes and we will wrap it up. Any questions you can send to our email, which is iAdmission. I posted it a little bit higher on the chat. And once again, other pre-arrival guide questions will be examined on pre-arrival guide webinar in the beginning of August. Okay.
Yes, I think this is it. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Yeah, we are really waiting for you here in St. Petersburg. And let's keep in touch. And for any other questions, we are open to discuss it with you on our officials' addresses. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks you very much for attending and have a nice day.
Yeah. See you.
Yep. Bye.